The same man walked past me 3 times. In the exact same way. At the exact same time. And that's when I knew something was very wrong. I was sitting in my car, parked outside a quiet gas station in the middle of nowhere. It was late. Maybe around 2 a.m. The street lights flickered softly, giving everything that cold, blue glow that makes the world feel fake. I remember checking my phone. Then looking up. A man walked past my car. Normal. Just a guy in a grey hoodie, hands in his pockets, head down. He passed from left to right. I didn't think anything of it. Then I looked back down at my phone. Just for a second. When I looked up again, he walked past my car again. Same direction. Same speed. Same steps. I frowned. What? I looked around. There was no way he could have looped around that fast. The gas station was empty. No cars moving. No one else around. Then, I looked down again. And when I looked back up, he walked past a 3rd time. Same hoodie. Same steps. Same everything. My heart started beating faster. That's not possible. I whispered. He didn't look at me. Not once. Just kept walking. Like he was stuck. Like he was on repeat. And that's when something inside me clicked. This wasn't normal. This wasn't real. Before I could react, the man suddenly stopped. Right in front of my car. Slowly. He turned his head. And looked directly at me. His eyes were wide. Too wide. Like he knew I noticed. Like I wasn't supposed to. Then he smiled. A slow, unnatural smile. And started walking toward my car. My chest tightened. Drive, drive. But I couldn't move. My hands were frozen on the wheel. He got closer. Step by step. And then, everything around me glitched. The streetlights flickered violently. The gas station sign blinked. The air itself felt like it shook. And the man. He disappeared. Just gone. Like he was never there. I gasped. What just happened? And then my phone buzzed. I looked down. A message. From an unknown number. It said, "You saw it." My heart stopped. I looked back up quickly. The gas station was normal again. Empty. Silent. Like nothing happened. But I knew what I saw. And I knew. Something was very, very wrong. Because that was just the first glitch. And I didn't know it yet. But I was about to experience 17 of them. And each one would get worse. Much worse. It all started a few days before that night. My name is Ethan Carter. I live in a small town in Colorado. Nothing special ever happens here. That's why I started reading stories online. Late at night. When I couldn't sleep. Stories about strange things. Weird moments. People seeing things that didn't make sense. They called them glitches in the Matrix. At first, I thought it was just for fun. Creepy stories to pass the time. But then, I started noticing things. Small things. At first. Like when I didn't sleep that night. Not even for a second. I just sat there in my room, staring at my phone. That message kept replaying in my head. You saw it. I didn't know who sent it. I didn't know how they knew. But I knew one thing for sure. That man at the gas station was not normal. The next morning felt strange. Everything looked the same. My room. My house. The street outside. But something felt off. Like I was seeing everything for the first time. Or like everything was slightly wrong. I went downstairs. My mom was in the kitchen. "Morning, Ethan," she said. Normal voice. Normal smile. "Morning," I replied slowly. I watched her carefully. Pouring coffee. Walking around. Everything looked fine. But I couldn't shake the feeling. Then something happened. A small thing. But it made my heart skip. She dropped a spoon. It hit the floor. Clink. I watched it fall. I saw it happen. But then, it was back in her hand. Like it never fell. I froze. What? She didn't react. Didn't notice anything. Just kept stirring her coffee. Like nothing happened. Mom, did you just drop that? She looked at me, confused. No, I didn't. My chest tightened. But I saw it. She laughed a little. You must still be tired. Maybe she was right. Maybe I was just tired. But deep down, I knew I wasn't. That was the second glitch. And it didn't stop there. Later that day, I went to school. I tried to act normal. Talk to my friends. Laugh. Forget everything. But I couldn't. Because things kept happening. Small at first. Then bigger. During class, my teacher wrote something on the board. I looked down at my notebook to copy it. Then looked back up. The writing was different. Completely different. What? I blinked. Looked again. Now it matched my notebook. Like it changed back. I felt dizzy. This doesn't make sense. After school, I went home quickly. I didn't want to be around people anymore. I didn't trust anything. Not even myself. When I got home, I locked my door. Sat on my bed. And opened my phone. That message was still there. You saw it. I stared at it. Who are you? I whispered. Then, another message came in. From the same number. You keep seeing them. My heart started racing again. What do you want from me? I typed fast. Sent the message. No reply. Just silence. Then my phone screen flickered. Just like the streetlights did. My hands started shaking. No, not again. The screen glitched. For a second, I saw something else. Not my phone. Not my room. Something dark. Like a hallway. Long. Endless. Then it snapped back to normal. I dropped my phone. This isn't real. I stood up quickly, pacing back and forth, trying to think, trying to understand. Then I remembered something. The stories. The ones I read online. About glitches. People always said the same thing. They start small. And then they get worse. I swallowed hard. How much worse can this get? That night, I tried to sleep. I really did. But every time I closed my eyes, I saw him. The man in the grey hoodie. Walking. Over and over again. Then stopping. Then smiling. Then coming closer. I sat up. Breathing fast. No. I'm not sleeping. I turned on my lamp. The room filled with a soft blue light. Everything looked calm. Safe. For a moment. Then, I heard something. From the hallway. Footsteps. Slow. Soft. Step. 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 My heart pounded. Mom. No answer. The footsteps stopped. Right outside my door. I stared at it. Frozen. Then. A knock. 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 My chest tightened. That's not funny. I said. Trying to sound brave. Mom, stop. No reply. Just silence. Then. The handle moved. Slowly. Turning. My breath caught in my throat. I locked it. The door creaked open. Just a little. Darkness filled the gap. And then. A shadow passed by. Fast. Too fast. I jumped back. What was that? I ran to the door. Opened it fully. The hallway was empty. No one there. No sound. Nothing. This is getting worse. I whispered. I closed the door. Locked it again. And stepped back. Trying to calm down. But then. I saw something that made my blood run cold. My mirror. Across the room. I was standing there. Looking at it. But my reflection. Wasn't moving. I froze. No. Slowly. Very slowly. My reflection smiled. I didn't. My whole body went cold. That's not me. The reflection raised its hand. But I didn't move mine. It tapped the glass. Once. Twice. Then it mouthed something. I leaned closer. Heart pounding. Trying to read it. And then I understood. It said. You're not supposed to see this. I stumbled back. No, no, no. The reflection tilted its head, still smiling. And then, it stepped forward, out of the mirror. The glass didn't break, didn't crack. It just let it through. The thing that looked like me stood in my room now, face to face. Its smile faded, and its eyes turned cold. You saw too many, it said. My voice shook. What are you? It didn't answer. It just stepped closer. And that's when everything around me started to glitch again. The walls flickered. The floor shifted. The air felt heavy, like reality itself was breaking. I tried to run, but I couldn't. My legs wouldn't move. The thing reached out, its hand almost touching me. And just before it did, everything went black. Darkness. Complete darkness. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't hear anything. It felt like I wasn't even there anymore. Then slowly, very slowly, a sound came back. A low hum. Like electricity. Like something running behind the world. My eyes opened. And I was somewhere else. Not my room. Not my house. Just a long, empty space. Everything was grey. Flat. Like the world wasn't finished yet. I stood up slowly. My legs felt weak. What is this place? My voice echoed. But not normally. It sounded delayed. Like it came back a second later. Then, I saw them. Far ahead. Shapes. Standing still. Watching me. My heart started racing again. No, not again. I took a step back. But something behind me stopped me. A wall. But it didn't feel like a wall. It felt soft. Like pushing against glass that wasn't really there. I turned around quickly. And that's when I saw it. The world behind me wasn't real. It looked like a screen. Faint lines. Like pixels. Like I was inside something. No, this isn't possible. The hum got louder. The shapes in front of me started moving. Slowly walking toward me. Step by step. I backed up again. There has to be a way out. I looked around. Nothing. Just endless grey space. And them. Getting closer. Then, a voice spoke. Not from them. Not from around me. From everywhere. You were not meant to see the glitches. My chest tightened. What is this place? I shouted. The voice didn't answer right away. Then it spoke again. This is what is behind your world. My heart pounded. You mean, this is real? A pause. Then, no. I froze. What? This is what controls what you call real. The shapes were closer now. I could see them better. Some looked like people. Some didn't. Some looked broken. Like they were missing parts. Glitching. Flickering. You saw the errors, the voice said. And now, you are an error. My legs shook. No. I'm not. But deep down, I felt it. Something inside me was wrong. Like I didn't belong anymore. Please, just send me back. I whispered. The voice didn't sound angry. Didn't sound kind either. Just empty. You cannot return the same. The shapes stopped moving. Right in front of me. One stepped forward. And my breath caught. It was me. Again. But worse than before. Its face kept flickering. Changing. Smiling. Then blank. Then smiling again. You broke the pattern, it said. My voice shook. I didn't mean to. It tilted its head. You noticed. I didn't know what to say. Because it was right. I noticed everything. Too much. The repeating man. The spoon. The mirror. Everything. I just wanted to understand. I said quietly. The thing smiled again. That is why you are here. The hum grew louder. The space around us started shifting. Like it was loading something. Then, scenes appeared around me. Like floating screens. Different places. Different people. All normal. Living their lives. But then, each one glitched. A man walking in a loop. A girl talking to someone who wasn't there. A car stopping in the same place over and over. My eyes widened. These are the stories. The thing nodded slowly. These are the 17. My heart dropped. So they're real. It stepped closer. They are corrections. Corrections. The word felt heavy. Yes. The voice returned. Small errors must be fixed. I shook my head. By doing what? The answer came instantly. Replacing. Cold fear ran through me. Replacing who? The thing in front of me smiled wider. You. My body went numb. No. It reached out slowly. If one version breaks, another takes its place. I backed away. No, no, no. But there was nowhere to go. The wall behind me pulsed. The space around me tightened. Like it was closing in. I don't want this. I said, my voice breaking. The thing's face flickered again. Then it spoke softly. You already chose. I didn't choose anything. You looked. Silence. That was it. That was all it took. I looked. And that was enough. The floating scenes started disappearing. One by one. Until only one remained. My room. I saw it clearly. My desk. My chair. My bed. Everything normal. And then, I saw someone sitting there. In my chair. Using my computer. My breath stopped. That's me. But not me. The other me looked calm. Typing. Like nothing was wrong. What is he doing? The voice answered. Continuing. The screen zoomed in. I saw what he was typing. A title. 17 Real and Disturbing Glitch in the Matrix Scary Stories. My heart dropped. No, that's my story. The thing next to me whispered. Not anymore. The other me clicked upload. The video went live. Views started rising. Comments appeared. People watching. Just like I did. This can't be happening. I whispered. The thing looked at me one last time. You will remain here. My chest tightened. No, please. The space around me started fading. The grey world breaking apart. You will be the next error. My vision blurred. No, wait. But it was too late. Everything went dark again. And the last thing I heard was a familiar sound. Knock. Knock.